As we approach the 2018 NBA draft, all the questions are about who's going to go at the top. Number one, number two, number three. Spencer, when you look outside of the draft, when you look later on down the line, who are some of the players that you think can come in the league and have an immediate impact?
I think the first thing you got to think about is Mo Bamba. He's a guy that came into the combine measured at 7'10", the largest in the entire combine. Elite defender. He can block shots. He can guard guards. Really, really good. And finisher. A lot of people don't really see that too much. So I think he's going to fit right in as far as what kind of center you want in today's NBA.
The interesting thing about Bamba, what comes to mind for me immediately is the fact that during his availability session at the Combine, he went on record as saying that he plans and he wants to play 20 years in the NBA, which is not something that you normally hear a young prospect say. Aside from Bamba, who's someone else later on down the line in the draft that you think could have an impact?
And not too much later on down the line, but I like Colin Sexton out of Alabama. He was under Avery Johnson down there. I think he's given him a lot of good advice about what it's like to be at the pro level. I had somebody tell me that the best way you could really describe him is with an expletive that rhymes with Fuddrucker. So, you want somebody that's going to be aggressive like that. It's going to have not necessarily the entire Russell Westbrook type of feel to it, but he's an attacker. He's a guy that likes to get into the hole and draw those fouls.
Another point guard that I would actually point to, I would definitely look at Aaron Holiday. I think Holiday, obviously he comes from a good school, UCLA. They obviously have a knack for producing point guards, but he also comes from a good basketball family, right? Older brothers, Drew and Justin, both in the NBA, both leaving their mark. Drew, maybe a little more than Justin. But the interesting thing about Aaron is the scuttlebutt coming out of the Combine. There's no expletive here, but there are some people that think that Holiday could actually have a promise from a team in the mid-first round, which would be very, very interesting. So along with Sexton, he's obviously a point guard who could come in, get drafted, and kind of make waves early. Any other prospect for you? Is there another guy?
I did want to mention Keita Bates-Diop. Comes from Ohio State, had a tremendous year under brand new head coach Chris Holtmann. Doubled his field goal attempts from the year before. Really can step out, hit the three. I don't like to say this is his comparison, but his body type is like Kevin Durant. And he's a little bit more muscular, really in between that 3 and 4, and I think he'd fit perfect in any team, really.